Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the UM News Sports Update. I'm your host, DJ Stewart, and we are on day 2 of the Class A tip-off basketball tournament. We have 10 schools, 20 teams, boys and girls looking to set the tone for the rest of the season. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. We'll start things off with the boys. In our first game, we have the Columbia Falls Wildcats taking on the Frenchtown Bronx. Jumping ahead to some third quarter action, Bronx up 14 when Matthew Morrison finds Austin Green down in the paint, cutting the lead to 29-17 for the Bronx. Later in the quarter, Bronx up 31-21 when Cade Baker would dribble between multiple defenders, and the Wildcats would force loose ball, but it bounced right to Ethan Pyron, count it, and the foul, extending the lead for the Bronx. Fourth quarter, and the Bronx are starting to pull away when Cade Baker finds a wide-open Jared Cole all alone by the left block for the easy lay-in. The Wildcats would not give up, though, as Logan Betchell would get the steal and go coast-to-coast, pump fake, and make the layup, cutting the deficit to 43-30. The Bronx would hold that lead and beat the Wildcats by that exact same score. Next up for the boys, the Browning Indians would take on the other Bronx team, this one from Hamilton. First quarter, when Browning is up, when their defense would lead to quick offense as Tyree Whitcomb fires a cross-court pass to James Gillum for the easy lay-in. Browning leads 12-9. Later in the first, Browning up 6 when Carter Kearns would find Hunter Omlid, who would sink the floater in the lane over the defense. Bronx down 12-16 after the first. Midway through the second, score tied when Tyree Whitcomb would grab the miss and drop it off to Brandon Maines, back for the second chance layup, Browning up by 2. Back half of the third, Browning up 46-39 when Carter Kearns would splash the 3 from the top of the key to cut the lead to 4. The Bronx would score 27 points in the fourth quarter to top Browning by a score of 73-68. On to the girls' side, our first game features the Butte Central Lady Maroon taking on the Polson Lady Pirates. First possession for the Lady Maroon, and Emma Keeley would find a wide-open Trisha Joyce in the corner for the tray ball, and the first points of the game. Couple possessions later, tied up, and this time is Joyce doing the passing, this time finding Shay Davis down low for the short jumper. Butte leads 5-3. Back into the first, Lady Maroon up 1 when J.C. Freeland would casually take the ball up the court, walk in and sink the 3, giving the Lady Pirates a 2-point lead. Start of the second, Butte down 1 when Joyce would bounce it down low to Emma Keeley, who would sink the tough one-handed shot over 3 defenders in her face. The Lady Maroon would cruise to a comfortable victory over the Lady Pirates, 44-25. Next up, we have the Libby Lady Lodgers taking on the Yellow Jackets of Stevi. Skipping ahead to the fourth, Yellow Jackets in full control, up 32-23 when Brooklyn Rainier would rein in the pass and sink the layup for Libby, cutting the deficit to 7. Later in the quarter, Yellow Jackets up 11 when Kayla Schmidecki would take one step in and drill the mid-range shot, extending the lead to 13. Next possession for the Yellow Jackets when Haley Kampka would hit the slick spin move out of the post for the lay-in. They now lead 40. Here's that spin move we were looking for. That would give them a 42-27 lead. We're at the back end of the fourth quarter, and Yellow Jackets are in full command when Evan Alexander would gather up the missed shot and put it back up with the left hand in traffic. Sometimes you look for the ball, other times the ball finds you. The Yellow Jackets would sting the Lady Lodgers and take the match 47-29. That's all we have on today's sports update. Thanks for joining us and have a great day. The Big Sky Conference softball tournament starts Thursday. The Grizz are the number 2 seed, and today the conference came out with their list of all Big Sky selections. And I'll tell you right now, it's a bit of a head scratcher. 2 Grizz found their way on the first team. Third baseman Bethany Olea, and the lone senior on the roster grabbed a spot behind her, .418 batting average, second in the conference. Freshman ace Michaela Hood just missed out on Freshman Pitcher of the Year, making the first team with a 15-5 record and 103 strikeouts. But the real surprise is for shortstop Delane Colburn, who leads the entire conference in RBIs by a wide margin and tied for tops in home runs with 14. She's also one of 4 players to bat over 400 for the season, and she is the leader on the second best team in the conference. Yet she is on the second team. Now the coaches vote on these things, so who knows what the politics are. 3 more Grizz received honorable mention. Madison Sacchi, Ashlyn Lyons, and Gabby Martinez all made the honorable mention, with a lot of their accolades due to their defense. The Grizz start the Big Sky tournament tomorrow against either Idaho State or Sacramento State. Hello everyone, and welcome to UM News. I'm DJ Stewart.
And I'm Madaris Whitworth-Babb. UM in the community.
The university's culinary school gives you a chance to see its brand new building and taste its creations daily. The Blackfoot Cafe is where students prep and serve a variety of different foods, including specials and dessert. This opportunity provides students with experience on how it feels to work in a real kitchen environment. A man shot and killed a grizzly bear that broke into his garage where a dead elk was hanging. Fish, Wildlife, and Parks spokeswoman Andrea Jones tells the Bozeman Chronicle the shooting was in self-defense. The U.S. House Committee of Natural Resources is investigating the circumstances surrounding the $300 million contract that was awarded to a small whitefish power company to restore electricity to Puerto Rico. For Montana PBS News Brief, I'm DJ Stewart. For these and more stories, visit our website at umnews.jour.umt.edu.
Thank you for watching UM News. Have a great week.